This week on Earth Radio, a massive tsunami in Alaska was likely caused by climate change. Climate activists protested as Shell profits from wartime oil prices, and water returned to dry marshes in Iraq. I'm your host, Rebekah Hendricks, and first we'll be looking at the third hottest April ever recorded. A new Copernicus report showed that this past month was the third hottest April ever recorded. These temperatures are just early signs of the immense heat we can come to expect as El Niño temperatures roll in this summer. This April is about a half degree Celsius warmer than the average temperature last decade. For my fellow Americans who are also not scientists, this is 1 degree Fahrenheit higher than normal. This may sound small, but global temperatures are rising at an exponential rate, meaning they're rising faster and faster year after year. These global temperatures are, of course, raising the temperature of our sea surface. This change in temperature is what will usher in El Niño conditions. The east to west trade winds will lose steam over the Central Pacific, throwing off weather patterns all over the world. This month also had the second lowest levels of sea ice ever recorded. Sea ice is, of course, essential to the lives of many Arctic animals, like polar bears, penguins, and seals, and is also vital to protecting us from weather conditions. That brings us to our next story, where researchers say that the largest tsunami ever recorded was potentially caused by climate change. Last year, a massive tsunami hit a fjord in Alaska. The fjord hosts many large passenger cruise ships a day, and it's a miracle that no one was injured by this huge wave. This huge tsunami was likely caused by a rock slide that hit the water. These rocks fell as a result of what scientists are calling glacial retreat, which is the loss of a glacier's lower edge as it melts away. Higher global temperatures mean more events like this could happen in the future. These imposing waves and cascading rocks could potentially kill hundreds of passengers enjoying cruises through Alaska's icy fjords. As oil prices soar amidst the war in Iran, Shell is raking in profits. The oil company's recent report of unexpectedly high profits has sparked outrage amongst activists. Compared to this time last year, Shell's profits are up 24%, while people are struggling to fill up their cars at the pump. Fossil Free London organized a protest outside of Shell's headquarters in their city. 2 protesters laid on the ground, covered in fake blood, as 2 men in suits posing as Shell executives stood above them with fake blood-soaked hands. The group's demonstration clearly accuses the company of profiting off of death and devastation in the Middle East. The group is calling on the UK and the world at large to invest in renewable energy, to strengthen their electrical grids and move away from fossil fuels. Water has returned to the historic marshes of Iraq. The once bustling ecosystems were devastated by years of drought, displacing and greatly diminishing populations of buffalo and fish that called the water home. The marshes are now once again teeming with life and human activity as the water levels rise. Increased rainfall brought buffalo herders and fishermen back to the marshes, restoring their way of life that the drought uprooted. Species that rely on the marshes now have more space to reproduce, potentially increasing the biodiversity of the area and hopefully ushering in an era of recovery for these marshlands. For more information, check out the full-length articles linked in the show notes. Today's stories were sourced from Copernicus, Maya Young and Jillian Ambrose for The Guardian, and Mohammed Attai for Reuters. Earth Radio is produced, written, edited, and scored by Rebekah Hendricks. Earth Radio is an Earth.org production. Earth.org is supported by listeners and readers like you. Visit our website to donate to our climate coverage. Have a great week.